Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're a little low. Are you like
Oh,
talking
okay.
under something?
Okay. No. Can you hear me?
Does she sound low to y'all?
Oh my god, what happened? Hang on, my bad. How do I Can you see me?
No, I can't see you. You trying to turn your camera on?
Yeah.
Click the same button you used to request. Okay, I can
Oh
see you
wait.
now.
Okay.
How you doing?
Hi. I'm
You
well.
ready?
How are you?
I'm all right.
I'm ready.
Yeah, you
Are
sound.
you
We can
ready?
we can hear you, but you do sound super low. But I guess we just gonna have to make.
I Maybe it's my Let me take the Bluetooth.
Yeah, take the Bluetooth off.
Hello?
Okay, now you sound
Can you
better.
hear
Okay,
me?
yeah, you sound much better now. Okay, so
Okay.
let's get into it. And I need you to be
Okay.
100% honest, all right?
Okay.
Okay. So, have you ever been physically attracted to a man and wanted to sleep with him, but didn't because you felt you hadn't received something you wanted from him or he hadn't earned it yet?
Yes.
Elaborate.
So, um, you can be attractive. You can be um, willing to have relations, but if you have not proven yourself to me, um, then I'm not going to give it up. You have to prove yourself. You have to earn it.
So, for you specifically, because you're your own woman, you can't speak for other women, but for you
Right.
specifically, what does a man have to do to prove himself and earn it?
Okay, well, it's very simple. You have to be a gentleman. So you have to take a lady on dates, nice dates. You have to get to know her intellectually. Um, and really show that there's a connection before I decide to hook up with you.
What qualifies as a quote unquote nice date?
A nice date would be, I would say, a nice dinner that's not, low class. No Applebee's. I don't know where you guys live. I'm in LA, so no Chili's, none of that. It needs to be something special.
So
Um,
so if I just met you tonight, right? If I just like met you like at a bar or like a lounge
yes.
somewhere tonight, and
Nice
we
to meet you.
yeah, and we just like exchanged and we just exchanged like our contacts, right? And this weekend we're texting, just having small talk, getting to know each other a little bit. Um and I decide that the conversation is going well and I decide that I want to like link with you in person. I decide that I want to link with you in person. So you're telling me that that first link up I need to take you, despite the fact that we just met. Like, let's say, okay, I want to on Sunday. I say, hey, what you doing this Friday? I want to take you out and spend some time with you this Friday. So you're telling me that, and I don't eat at Applebee's, and I never had Chili's before, but we're just gonna just say hypothetically for this situation, and I say, hey,
Okay.
let me take you to Applebee's this Friday. That even again, this is only going to be our second time seeing each other in person, and we really don't know each other. You're telling me that that's not going to qualify as a quote unquote nice date.
Correct. I'm
So
telling you that will not qualify as a nice date going to Applebee's.
do I need to take you to Hibachi or the steakhouse on the first date, or where do I need to take you?
Yes, yes. Don't be cheap. Don't be cheap. You need to, first of all, equality is BS, okay? You need to evaluate the person that you're trying to hook up with. So evaluate them. And depending on their appearance, how well they take care of themselves, you could take an average low self-esteem person to Applebee's, but you cannot take a high value woman who takes care of themselves to Applebee's. So you have to evaluate the situation. You can love me or hate me.
so even even if I just met this quote unquote high value woman
A
that takes
picnic.
care of herself,
Yes.
I need to take her to I need to take her to hibachi or the Fogo de Chao on the first date.
Yes. Yes. Again, you would need to take me to an upper class location based on what I'm presenting to you. So if I was overweight or something like that, maybe I would want some nachos from Applebee's, but I don't want nachos. I want I want shrimp. I want some champagne. I want something nice.
The shades is off for this conversation, y'all. The shade the shades is off. Listen, are y'all listening to this?
Hey, I'm a rare breed, so you've been talking to a lot of, nice people, very nice, and I'm nice myself, but you know, equality does not exist. There's people who work hard. There's people who stay up late and wake up early. You know, equality is a fallacy. We're not all equal, so you have to treat people accordingly.
So so I just want to be clear.
Okay,
You are a rare breed, correct?
I'd like to think so.
All right. Okay. But what so you may be presenting yourself like when I see you tonight, right? You may
Yeah.
be presenting yourself as this quote unquote high value woman, but I really don't know you for real. So how am I supposed to know that you really are a high value woman and that you are worthy that I need to take you to Fogo de Chao or Hibachi on the first date?
Well, you have the opportunity to ask me to somewhere really nice, or you have the opportunity to just be cheap about it. If you want to play it safe and, be cheap, then you might get ghosted. You might never hear from me again. But if you want to take me on a really nice date, be a real gentleman about it and spend a few extra dollars, then you have a higher opportunity to be with a high value woman, someone who's going to love you and be a great housewife and who's going to expect for you to pay the bills, and you come home and you don't have to do anything at all because your dishes are done, your laundry is done, your feet will get rubbed if you want your feet to be rubbed. Everything will be taken care of for you, my love. But it comes with a price.
All right. I I understand that, but I asked you
I
that
convinced you. I
question because
convinced you.
no, I asked you that question because when you see me, I could have on my Sunday best. I could
You're
have
cute,
on and I could thank you. I appreciate that. I
but
could
you're a
have
lot
on.
younger than me too.
How old are you if you don't mind me asking?
38.
Oh, okay. But I could have on a chain, I could have on a nice watch, but I could really not have it. I could be faking the funk, right? So you could see me and you could think in your head that, oh, I'm this guy, but I'm really not that guy for real. But I look like it. It's on me like I'm that guy, but I'm really not that guy.
So you're plagiarizing that you have money?
But men do that. So what I that's why I asked you that question because you could be looking fine as hell. You could be looking like a high value woman, but you really might not be one. But you're telling me that because of the way you presented yourself, I need to take you to hibachi or fogo de chao on the first date.
Yes. Yes.
So
So that is the Go ahead. I'm sorry. I don't want to
sorry.
interrupt you.
So in the event that this woman is really not a high value woman, isn't she
Okay.
also plagiarizing?
Yes. Yes, sir. She would be plagiarizing if she's putting on a front. But you have to get to know a person, and the only way to do that is by going on a nice date at first. So you're really, you're taking a risk. You're spending money on one dinner date. Is it that bad? Can I ask you, is it that bad to go to hibachi? Is it that bad?
It's not that bad, but this is the thing. It's the principle of it all at the end of the day. Because a lot of
Okay.
women ask the same question that you asked, like, why don't y'all want to take a woman to hibachi or take her to the steakhouse and spend that
Right.
money on the
You're
first
like,
date?
can we get coffee? No, I don't even drink coffee. I don't need it. It's like, no, that's so lame.
Let me
Lame. If
ask you this.
anybody in here is asking someone to go get coffee, lame. And if any woman is accepting to get coffee, you have low self-esteem and low self-worth, or you're probably fat.
So so let me make sure I understand what you just said. Share the
Okay.
live, ladies and gentlemen. Tap the screen and share the live. Tap the screen and share the live. We're gonna be on here for a while. So you're telling me that if I met you tonight, right?
Not
And we
crazy.
and we
Sorry.
texted over the weekend, and on Sunday I said, hey, let's go get some Starbucks. Um, let's go get some Starbucks Friday morning, and just sit across the table from each other and chat while I have my iced pumpkin spice latte and you have your caramel frappuccino. That's not good enough.
No, not at all. Not at all. That's, for me, I would consider that a waste of time. So your time is precious to me, and my time is precious and valuable to me. So getting a coffee, um, no, no. I can make coffee at home. I can make a latte at home. So no, I'm not going to do that with you.
So okay, what if I said let's link up? Let's
I
link
don't
up.
like the word link up either, so don't ever use that word. And I'm
Okay,
helping you.
not
You're
link up.
welcome.
I'm going to say this Friday. What if the first date we do like a picnic type of vibe where I take you to a park and you know, um, I bring a couple bottles of wine and I don't know, some sandwiches or whatever, and we sit down there and we really get to know each other on a personal level. There's a lot of consideration that went into that type of date. Is that good enough?
Possibly if you have an outstanding, superior personality and the wine is very expensive, then yes. But don't bring, a dollar, a wine that's like a dollar and, have a dirty blanket and poor conversation. So you really have to be the full package, just like I'm presenting the full package to you here, physically, mentally, financially. You would have to give me the same for things to work. And I would probably entertain a picnic because I do have a heart. Um, so it may work. I mean, when you do romantic things, that's a big plus. So I like romance. So yes, it sounds nice.
Let me ask you this. So
Okay.
what if I took you to hibachi or the steak dinner on the first date, but my interpersonal skills, my conversation was just totally just boring and off.
You would probably get used by the women who like to use people, um, or ghosted. So, I mean, it just wouldn't work. So, I mean, if you have the money, if what you're saying is you have the money, but you don't have anything else to back that up, you're going to get used. You're going to get used for your coins, and you might be okay with that. You might say, "Hey, I'm okay with being used. This person's getting what she wants. She's getting her money. She's getting her makeup, whatever she wants, and I have this person to conversate with and learn things from. I'm okay with being used. But just know that if you don't have, the brains to back it up, you're probably getting used for your money. I'm going to make you buy me stuff. I'm going to convince you to take me on nice trips, and I'm going to have fun.
Is that not wrong though for the woman to do?
No, because it's we're both consenting, right? So you're consenting and I'm consenting. This is like a transaction. You're getting what you want, companionship, and I'm getting what I want is financial gains.
So while this is going on, are you dropping the draws though?
Oh gosh. That's a tough question.
Because
Um,
let's be real. Let's be real. Unless
yeah,
he's just like
let's
a
be
silly,
real. I'm
unless
being
he's
real.
just a silly fool, he's not going to be doing all that and not getting the draws, correct?
Well,
Unless he's a real fool.
you wouldn't be getting it right away. You would have to like do elaborate things to get to that point. But eventually you may get there.
Eventually, he may get there. Wait,
The-
wait. So you're telling me that you're telling me that a man needs to take you to Fogo de Chao or Hibachi on the first date. He needs to buy you materialistic things that you deem to be valuable. Take you on at least one trip, but maybe multiple trips
yeah.
before you even consider giving him the draws.
Yes, if you're that much of a dum dum, then yes. This is why you guys need to be the total package. You need to be gentlemen. You need to you need to be smart. You need to, you can't just have the money because one without the other, it doesn't work that way. That's why I'm giving you an example of the total package here.
So oh my god, this is blowing my mind right now. This is blowing my mind right now, y'all.
Oh my
So
gosh. This is
nah,
only my
this
second live, by the way. Wait, two.
well, you're on the greatest show on earth, so it's good that you came across. It's good that you came across. I'm happy to have you here.
I'm
Um,
happy to be here, my love.
Thank you. But damn. Okay, let's be real though. Now, like I said,
Okay.
there are those men that exist. That those men that have the money and
Yeah.
that they will be doing all of those things while they're still not getting the draws. But let's be 100% real. Out of 10 men, how many out of 10 men that have that money, how many of those 10 men do you think women can realistically get over on like that? Like, let's be all the way real. Just not giving up the draws and still getting all those benefits, all those perks. Like, let's be real. Out of 10 men, how many do you think a woman can realistically have it like that with?
Well, for me, because I consider myself a high value woman, a lot of you guys need to get rid of the playbook that you guys have been using for years no longer works with smart women. So, out of those 10, I would say at least eight because you're going to come across some egos. You're going to come across some big egos and some people who, think they're the shit or whatever. So at least eight of them.
You're telling me you think
Because
I go ahead.
yeah, I hate to break it to a lot of you men who have been dealing with, you know, low intelligence women who have lower intelligence, but when you get somebody who's a little bit above you, it's harder to make moves. I'm in charge. You're no longer in charge. If you want to play and have fun and laugh and celebrate life together, you know, I'm rambling a little bit. I'm sorry, I had a
No, you're
lot of
fine. You're
wine.
fine. You're fine.
Um, yeah, you're not on the up and ups anymore when you're stepping into this territory.
Wait. So you're t- so you're telling me you're telling me that you're telling me that despite the fact that this man is accomplished, he's successful, he has this money, if he's going to
Mhm.
be with a high value woman, she's the one that's going to be in charge, not him.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you should be happy to be wrapped around my finger. You should love that. You should love this pinky. You should just be so cozied up to it and just so like, oh, it's so warm and fuzzy to be wrapped around my finger, you know? You should like it. That's what your problem is that you don't like it. Do you understand?
I understand. All right. All right.
Yeah, you're
We
like
let's
you're liking
let's
it.
here. Let me ask you the next question. Listen,
Okay.
I understand everything you said. I acknowledge everything you said, but I do
Thank you.
respectfully disagree with some of it. But that's okay. We can respectfully agree to disagree. Yeah, I like her confidence too. I like her confidence. See, that's her standards. Her standards is her standards. It is what it is. You're either gonna get with it or you're gonna lay down. But let me
Thank
ask
you,
you the
love.
next question. So, if a woman is genuinely physically attracted to a man and wants to sleep with him, is it wrong for her to sleep with him without getting anything first?
Yes.
Elaborate.
Okay, there's this modern there's this modern fallacy going around about, everyone's equal, we all need to work and, you know, that's bullshit. I need to we need to go back to being traditionalists, okay? Women in the kitchen, women taking care of the household, you providing things for me in order to, it's a give and take, right? So you
Mm-hmm.
give me something. It's very simple. I'll simplify it. You give me something, and I'll give you something back. Very simple.
Mm-hmm. But is that so? Okay, so again, you find the man genuinely physically attractive, and you would sleep with the man. So like, why do you need something else in addition to what he's going to be giving you when you're sleeping with him?
It also proves, this might be a little bit of a toxic trait I have. I don't know. You guys can let me know. It also proves how much you're into me. It shows me how much you want it, how much you're invested in it.
So you're saying the more you're saying, excuse me, you're saying that the I don't want to say money, but you're saying that how much he invests into you is going to be an indication of how much he really is invested in you, correct?
Yes. Yes, because the guy who takes you to Starbucks is kind of like not really into you, but the guy who takes you to Hibachi um thinks a little bit, thinks highly of you. So yes.
This is my thing though. See, I don't think the man that takes her to Hibachi and the man that takes her to Starbucks I don't think they see that woman in a different light. Like we're just talking about a first date. I just think that the first date is the first date. If like I said, just in this hypothetical situation, if we've only been knowing of each other's existence for a week and we really don't really know each other like that yet, I can understand, and I know I'm a man, but I'm not trying to add bias into this. I can understand why a man might not want to take a woman that he really doesn't know to hibachi or to the steakhouse on the first date.
Then that's fine. We just won't go out.
All right.
It's like an application. When you want to get a job, what do? You put your best face forward, right?
Right.
You pull out all the strings, you pull out all the stops to make sure that you can ensure that you're going to get this job of your dreams, right? Your
Right.
dreams.
Right.
So you're not going to just, give this basic response or this basic resume for this outstanding job. You're going to give your all. So Starbucks is, I mean, you might get someone nice. You might get, a little boo thing. You can watch Netflix and just hang out.
Okay. Okay, let me ask you this. So if a woman is despite the fact again that she's genuinely physically attracted to the
Someone
man,
said, someone
if
said Hoagie. I don't.
if she is if she is sleeping, if she does sleep with him and doesn't get anything first, is she being taken advantage of? Is she being used?
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you restate the
Yeah,
question?
yeah, yeah. So again, the woman she does find the man to be she is genuinely physically attracted to the man. What I'm
Okay.
asking is if she does sleep with him without receiving anything first, is is she being used? Is she being taken advantage of? Is she being taken advantage of?
No, no, she probably is just horny. You know, women get horny. We're just as horny as men. So, like for you, I think you're attractive, right? I can say, hey, I want to turn this guy into something, more. Let's court, let's go on dates or whatever. Or I can just say, hey, let me just, have
Right,
fun tonight.
right.
So, no,
Got you,
it's just having fun.
got you. Okay, I got you. Okay, so um, I mean, I think I will. Okay, so what do you think of women? I mean, you kind of already answered this, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. What do you think of women who want something? So again, whether it be money, whether it be materialistic items that they deem to be valuable, trips, etc., whether it's paying a bill, whether it's paying several bills, what do you personally think about these women? I know you said that these women are high value women, but if you're genuinely physically attracted to a man and you would sleep with him, or is it not given like escort and prostitute vibes if you want all of those things before you consider sleeping with him?
I think of it as like housewife vibes.
Elaborate.
So a housewife doesn't work, you know. They stay at home, they do the house stuff. You're expecting the man to pay for everything. All the bills, all your clothes, all your makeup, everything. Everything that you drink, your food. So no, it's a lifestyle. Do you want to come do you want a working female to be spread thin? So she's going to work, she's coming home, she's tired. Then she has to cook dinner. Or do you want someone who's at home, has everything nice and clean for you? Your dinner is perfectly hot, your clothes are perfectly ironed. Um, it's a lifestyle. It's not prostitution. It's just a lifestyle. Or you're a housewife.
Do you think that there are women that are in denial escorts and prostitutes though because they don't consider themselves to be quote unquote high value women, but they want all these things before they even consider sleeping with a man. So are those in denial escorts and prostitutes?
I think self-esteem and self-worth plays a big part in this conversation. Depending on what you think of your internal self is can determine on if it's a prostitution or escort or housewife or all of those different labels. Um, and a lot of women have low self-esteem because you men have pushed us into the ground. You men have played games and gaslit and just have done really nasty things to make women feel lesser than. So, that's why I'm trying to help. And you women in the comments, yeah, I'm trying to help girls um, recognize that you have power if you use it correctly, and it could actually be a beautiful thing between man and woman if if we went back to the old fashioned way. You know, it could be so lovely. But instead, you guys want us to pay for bills. You want us to pay for, it's just very ugly. It doesn't even make sense to have kids and then you're both working and then, the kids have to be picked up by someone else and go to daycare and all of that. It makes no sense when you really think about it. The man needs to provide and work and pay for everything, everything. And the woman needs to stay home and take care of her body and herself and her man.
I understand. Listen, I understand that, and ideally, I agree with you. Ideally, if that could be, the regular for most people, I think that's what they would want it
Drink
to be.
wine. Yes,
But
and drink wine.
if we be realistic though, in 2022 and before even 2022, just we're not in the 1930s and the 1940s and the 1950s anymore, where a man could like work one job and be able to take care of a whole household, children, all of that, right? And
I
you know,
understand. Yes.
yeah, and a woman is, especially in our community, y'all are more empowered today than you ever have been. So while I'm hearing you, a lot of women want to work. A lot of women want to have a career. So for us to get back to that, women are gonna have to not want to like work as much as they want to work now, and women are gonna have to actually value family and relationship over career. Correct?
You men, and I may not be answering the question because I just had a random thought. You men are turning women into to men. You're turning them into men. You're making them very masculine traits, very masculine mentality. You need to let women be women. But instead, you're like, oh, you want this job. You want to help pay for the bills, right? And then, they're wearing the pants all of a sudden and looking and having chin hair. And it's like, you did that. You were the reason why, these women are now men. You go home, you go to sleep, you don't even get any because you're both tired. And it's just not ideal. I don't agree with all these women who have gone hyper like, oh, I need a job and I can do everything you can do and what are you going to do for me? That's very ugly. It's very masculine. It's I cannot relate. I'm sorry. Um, I don't want to work. I want to stay home with my child and I want to take care of my husband. And that is my definition of success, not having some stupid little job so I can say, "Ooh, I paid my car payment this month. I'm so independent." Who cares? A real boss woman is going to make her man pay for everything and not have to go to work. And their house is clean and nice and beautiful and it smells good. So this is a whole different vibe over here.
So I just want to be clear. So to the woman that be saying that they strong and independent and they don't need a man, and you know they they got everything covered for themselves. You as a woman are saying that those women are have masculine traits.
Yes, they have masculine traits, they have masculine mentalities, and it's not cute. And it's
So
just,
to all the
ugh.
women in the comments right now, to especially the black woman in here that be saying,
Yes,
"Oh,
because I am
I'm
black
strong
too.
and independent, and I don't need a man," and this, that, and the third. She just said that y'all have masculine traits and that it is not cute. That's what a woman said, not me, not Noble, not no other man. That's what a woman said. So I just want to put that out there. Okay, let me ask you the next question. Have women always been advised to not sleep with men if they're not getting something in return?
Um, I don't know. No, is it Noble
Yeah, Noble.
Fondle?
Noble,
Noble?
yeah, that's my name.
I don't know, Noble.
Like
I
like
guess
did your mother and your aunties and maybe cousins or other woman figures that were in your life growing up, when you did have conversations with them about men, and however old you were when you started having conversations, especially pertaining to sex, did they did whether it was your mother, your auntie, the lady figures, did you ever hear any of them tell you, "Hey, don't just be sleeping with men and not getting anything out of it"?
I think so. Yeah, because if I analyze, my mom, she is a housewife and she has been for years. She does not work. Um, so yeah, I go back to the whole give and take thing, you know? Someone has to work. There's, let me ask you this. Do you want to go to work, come home? Okay, you've worked long hours, come home. Now you have to make yourself food. Okay, now you made your food. Now you have to clean your house. Now you have to do your laundry, put your sheets on. Is that even, I
I
mean,
don't I don't think
I
anyone wants to do that.
I just don't think you're doing anything efficiently because you're spread so thin,
Correct. I agree with you.
you know?
No, I 100% agree with you. But what is a very popular conversation now is how, and this is for both men and women, not just women, but how people want, a traditional man or woman, but they don't want to be a traditional man or woman themselves. So the same women that are saying they want a man that can pay 100% of the bills and allow them to, like you said, just have to work out, make them dinner, and keep the house clean, take care of the kids. Those same women want to go to work. Those same women want to have a career. So and again, you said that those women have masculine traits and it's not
Yeah,
cute.
and they're
And a lot of
stupid.
men, a
They're
lot of men
stupid
agree with
because
you.
if you want to do something, then just go to school. Go to school while your man is at work.
And that's what I'm saying though. For it's I understand what you're saying and I respect what you're saying, but all I'm saying is if we are
Good.
going to
I
get back
love
to
you,
that,
Noble.
I love you too. If we are going to get back to that, women are gonna have to stop wanting to, like, they're gonna have to start valuing it because right now they are not valuing um uh family and relationships over
Yes,
career. They're
because
valuing career.
you guys have shot yourself in the foot. You guys have shot yourself in the foot with all the playbook. The playbook is not working, and yeah, it's all effed up now. And TikTok is like there's this vibe going on with it's just so sad to see. And people are so convinced in their ways too. There's no flexibility to try to see things differently or try to adopt um a different perspective. So it's really sad to see all these hard working people um working very hard and not working smart, especially the women.
But are we so far gone now? Like let's be like, if we just be real, is there any possibility, is there any chance on earth that we'll ever get back to that? Because, and even if there is, how long will that take?
I don't know. What do you think? Do you think we're
I
so
don't
far
think.
gone?
No, I think we're so far gone. I don't think there's any going back at this point. These
So
these women,
sad.
I'm
I'm gonna
telling
have to
you,
go to work. I'm gonna have to go to work.
yeah, these women, like, this is the thing though. This is the contradiction. Like, I always say this. You will wake up on Thursday and they will be saying that they want a man that can pay all their bills. But then you wake up on Friday and they're saying that I'm strong and independent and I don't need a man. And I can pay all my bills for myself. I don't need a man for his finances and this, that, and the third. So me
Yes.
as a young man, I like really be confused because I'm
Yeah.
seeing this stuff and I'm having these conversations and I'm like, so what is it? What do you really want at the end of the day?
I
Because you
get why
can't
you're
you can't have you
confused.
can't have it both ways.
Yeah, I get why you're confused. And maybe you haven't run across a real lady, a real feminine woman, because things are so messed up that, a lot of these women have to become masculine. So it's sad. I feel like femininity is dying too. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if there's a solution for it. Maybe I should, we should talk more, bring awareness.
Man,
Um,
I don't think, like, these conversations that I be having on my platform, they need to be had. But again,
yeah.
right, like, it's just, I just think we're so far gone. Because like I said, like,
You're a
I'm a
little,
young man. Like,
you're
I
gone.
watch this
You're a
stuff.
little gone. You're a little gone. I see a little bit of, I see just helpful criticism. I see where you're like almost waiting to get taken advantage of, so you're not putting your full effort into relationships, and then you're putting half into dating, and then you're probably getting half. and then it's getting nowhere. Like if you want to, do, you're going to have to really treat a woman like a woman. Really treat her like a woman, like pretty and, you know, feminine and soft and not, what these guys are trying to do here in the comments.
What these if these women listen, these women that they going to college, they wanna be the next psychologist, they want to be the next therapist, they want to go to medical school, they want to be the next attorney. That's we're too far gone. There's it, bro.
Yeah,
It's no, especially for my age demographic, but we're too far gone at this
yeah,
point. It like
yeah.
there is no going back. But
Good luck.
this is my problem as a man though. This is my problem. Again, I don't have a problem. Me personally, I don't have a problem with women working because I did grow up in a household where, my mom did work. My mom, she had her corporate day job and then she did the quote unquote unpaid domestic labor. I have an older sister. She's a traveling registered nurse out of Atlanta, Georgia, and my
Okay.
younger sister is she's starting law school. So I don't have a problem with women working, but it's like this is the issue that I have. These women want to be working and making their money, but still having a man pay all the bills, and they don't want to do all of those things that you mentioned. So they wanna wake up in the morning,
Because
go to
they're
work, make
working.
their money,
Yeah.
and but they don't want to cook, they don't want to clean, they don't want to take care of children, but they want you to pay all the bills and fund their lifestyle. Like, make it make sense.
They're tired.
Make it make sense. I'm so confused.
I know. I know.
And that's why
Do you want like a really successful woman, or is that intimidating to you?
it's not intimidating to me. But see, it's not intimidating to me because, like I said, we're so far gone. Like, and I'm a man, right? You're a woman, like you said. You want to stay at home, take care of your child, and work out and just like have a man like really have you relaxed in your feminine twenty four
Yes.
seven. But like
Yes.
even if a man does want that type of woman these days, I think it's going to be really hard for him to find that type of woman because of how so far gone we are. Like the women are diamond in a rush now. Like woman
I
is
know. And you know how many times I've been called lazy and, oh, another black woman who doesn't want to work and, not re and they're not realizing how hard it is, to be a stay-at-home mom, to make sure that your husband's extremely happy and to make sure the household is held down. It's almost like you're, you know, you're being devalued for doing the most important job that there is, more important than, you know, raising a child and a household is extremely important. Taking care of a household is extremely important. But I'm
I
lazy.
under I
I'm lazy.
understand.
Oh, you look like that? You're lazy. You're just sitting there drinking wine all day. No, I'm not.
And listen, I understand what you're saying. Like though, like you said, you wake up, you go to work 8 to 10 hours out the day, but then and like you said, you come from work, you're tired, but now a man wants you to do all these other things too. Like I understand
You're not
that,
going to get both. You're not going
right?
to get both.
And that's what I'm saying. The men are not going to get both, and the women are not going to get both. So pick
Yeah.
what you want.
So
As
everyone's
women,
mad at each other. So you guys are both side-eyeing each other and mad at each other and spread thin and not having sex. Boo. That is a horrible situation.
as a woman, if you want to the all the women in here, if you want to stay at the crib all day and have a man pay all the bills and be able to just chill and watch Netflix and HBO while he's gone, just make sure you have some dinner ready when he comes home. Like she said, have his clothes ironed for the next morning. If you want to just be able to do that, then you're not going to be able to like go to work too and prioritize your career. Like
No.
pick pick what's and then for the men, if you want that type of woman, you are going to pay 100% of the bills and you are going to fully fund her lifestyle.
Yes.
Pick
Yes.
what pick what you want to do at the end of the day. You cannot have it your way. You cannot have your cake and eat it too, bro. You cannot have it both ways. pick which way you want and be happy with it.
Yeah,
It's really that simple. Like we doing all this talking, but it's really that simple.
it
But
is.
nowadays,
Keep it simple.
nowadays, we make it. People just make it just so much more complicated because, like you said, people just want to have it both ways. People want it
Yeah,
to be the way they want it to be, and that's not going to work ever.
you
You'll
cannot do it all. You cannot be the top CEO and the top mom and the top wife and take care of your body and not be fat. Like you cannot the whole multitasking thing, no, you cannot multitask. You're doing nothing efficiently. You're doing a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, a
you're
little bit here.
spread thin, like you said. You're
Yes,
spread thin.
yes. Hi,
Okay, last question.
neighbor. Okay, last question.
Is it giving broke woman behavior if a woman is asking a man for money or asking a man to pay her bills that she's not in a committed exclusive relationship with?
For me, it's a test. So no, to answer your question, no, it's not broke woman behavior because I have money in a bank account. I have equity in homes. It is a test to see what kind of man are you? Are you going to fill my gas tank up? Or are you going to look at me like I'm crazy? So you can either pass or fail the test depending on if you pay. I'll either put you into, you might be in two categories. You might be in the whole I'll hit you up when I'm bored category, or you might be in the oh, this guy has potential and I might see a future with him category.
I hear that, but if listen, so we're not in a committed exclusive relationship, right? We are literally
Right.
just dating, right? So you
Yeah.
know, we hang out, right? We go, we may go to like sporting events every now and then. We may go do dinner every now and then, but we are sleeping with each other, right? We are sleeping with each other. But again, we're not in a committed exclusive relationship, so we're still not obligated to each other. Like I still live where I live and I maintain my lifestyle, pay my bills. You live where you live and you maintain your lifestyle and pay your bills. I personally think only in the event that life happens, because life happens, right? Where, you know, um, you may need some help. Like everyone needs some help because life happens. I think
Okay.
only in the event that life happens should that woman be asking that man that she's not in a committed exclusive relationship with for money. Like
But
why test them though? Why test them?
do you see a future with the person? Like if you saw a future with me, and there was no life happens, would you then pay for it or something
Absolutely.
emergency has to happen?
No, if I did, I think if the man does see a future with that woman, then I think
See?
he would just
You're
naturally
on
be
board.
inclined.
You're on board. You're on board.
I think he would naturally be inclined to want to do that.
Thank you.
But I don't think that she
See,
should
you
be
were going to
asking
the dark
either.
side. You were going to the dark side before I got on here, and now you're coming out. You're seeing the light. You've seen the light, baby. I'm proud of
but
you.
but like should she be asked? But like, why test him though? Does she see a future with him? Okay, can
Yeah,
I can? Okay, so she does.
based on the test.
Okay, so let's so if I so like if the man asked the woman for some money or if can the man test the woman or is that broke man behavior if he tries to test the woman?
Under emergencies, you can ask me.
Why does it have to be under emergencies? You
And
said
you
you
have
see
to
a
you
future
have to
with
be
that
really
person.
good. You have to be really good in the bedroom too.
So for a man to be
Your tongue better be very active.
so you're telling me that for a man to be able to ask the woman for some coin, he needs to he needs to he needs to he needs to be very good in the bedroom, and it can only be under emergency. He can't test her the way she can test him.
Yes, there's a bias. Yes. Because men and women are not equal. We're two different people. Yes.
But
I'm trying to get people this is I'm trying to get people to wake up here. Wake up people. Wake up. The young people. You're 25, right?
Right.
Wake up. We're not equal. I'm sorry. All this equality, body positivity, oh, we're all the same. No, we're effing not.
That's a fact.
It's a fact.
That's a fact. I agree with you.
Thank you.
Okay, let me ask you this because I see they've been asking. They want to know if you are single, and if they are single, they want to know why.
Okay, you guys are going to judge me, and I don't care. I'm getting a divorce. I'll give you a little bit of background about myself. I've been a stay-at-home wife and for 4 years, and I'm going through a divorce, and I am single now, and I am dating. And I do tell the men that I'm dating that I want to stay home with my child. I want to be able to drop them off to school, pick them up for school, do the homework. So I'm upfront about it. And it's very hard because men look at you like, what?
You're right, like you're trying to use me or something like that.
Right, right. But then when they see I go to Target and I spend $400, like, oh, this girl has money.
Right.
Where's so it's
No, no,
very,
I 100% understand what you're saying, and there's no judgment. And it's like being that that has been your lifestyle for the past 4 or 5 years. Me personally, I don't think you're wrong for wanting that from your next man.
yeah.
My whole thing that I be telling
I'm
women
not an
on here.
escort and I'm not a prostitute.
Right, right. You're not. No, you're not. Yeah, but my whole thing that I'll be telling women on here is a lot of. Let me know if you agree or disagree with what I'm about to say. A lot of women be having these quote unquote standards and these expectations of men, but it's like the things that they're asking for out of men, they can't even provide those things for themselves. They've never provided those things for themselves a day in their life. They've never lived that type of lifestyle, but they
Right,
want a man that can provide that type of lifestyle for them. Like that
right.
doesn't make any sense to me. Like I said, if that's the type of life you've been living for the last 4 or 5 years, I have no problem with you wanting to continue living that lifestyle because you've lived that lifestyle. Like if that's your
Yeah, and
standard now, then that's your standard.
I'm not overreaching either. I'm not saying, oh, take me to Dubai or anything. It's like, hey, I'll be happy with going on one vacation a year with the family or with you. Um, and, living within our means. But I do want to be able for you to pay all the bills. I do. And I will make sure that you are well taken care of. And that is what you're signing up for. If you don't want to sign up, go to Applebee's.
Man, listen. Even as young as I am, bro, that sounds like a great arrangement to me.
See,
Because let me put it like this: if I already have my own place, right, where I'm already paying my own bills,
you're not
and
paying her bills.
right, and I'm doing those things like right because I have to maintain a clean environment, right? So
Right.
I'm already washing my own dishes, cleaning my own bathroom, vacuuming my carpet, doing my laundry, changing my bed, and I'm already able to comfortably afford doing that already where I'm at. But I'm
Thank
just
you.
bringing a woman in, and she's
To
gonna do
live
all
with
those
you.
things for me. That
Yes.
sounds like a very good arrangement
Yes.
to me.
Yes. Yes. And if she's not, overreaching and saying, "Oh, I want this and this Louis Vuitton," that's all,
Right now, exactly. See, that's where it can get tricky and will get tricky. But like you
Yeah.
said, if you just wanna, like you said, if you're cool with one vacation a year,
Yep.
you want a manicure and a pedicure once a month. You want to do
Yeah.
your hair like once every couple months or once. I'm cool with that.
Reasonable, right?
Yeah, that's
Reasonable.
reasonable. Right.
Yep. I think so too. I think so too. I'm glad we agree.
Fellas, let's do a poll. Fellas, do you think what she just proposed is reasonable? If you think it's reasonable, put a smiley face. If you think it's not reasonable, put a crying emoji. So what's the age demographic that you've been dating?
I'm trying to date around my age, around 38. Oh, we got what? Someone's confused. I don't really want to date younger because you guys are lost right now. No offense. Crying. What?
But are you trying to date like your age and higher, or is it like 35 and up?
I'm flexible. I don't know, just because I've been with the same person for so long, for 14 years, that I don't, I'm just figuring out what I like and what I don't.
Right.
We have mixed views here in the polls.
Well,
See,
I
people
can't
are,
believe so most of the people don't think that's a most of the people are not down with that arrangement.
see,
They said, do you have any children?
I have one. I have
She
one
has
daughter.
one child, one daughter.
Hmm.
Y'all don't think that is a good arrangement? Is there any man
Someone will cry.
that would be open to coming up here and saying while she's on here why they don't think that is a good arrangement? I
I
would
dare
love,
you.
yeah.
I
I
dare you.
wanna listen to y'all
Come
know
at
that a
me.
regular here. Y'all know that I say what I mean and I mean what I say. Let me before I bring a man up here, guys.
A man.
If you're already
Make sure it's a real man.
yeah, if you're already paying for your living situation comfortably and you're already doing those things,
You're not.
what's wrong with having a woman come through and just her doing those things and you just having to go to work and just provide financially? Like what's the problem?
Exactly.
They said, "Do you have a career right now?"
No, I just said I was getting divorced.
Right.
I do not have a career. Um, that's it. I have a degree. Does that count?